Miss Tan, a teacher at Little But Mighty. In the previous video, we learned that a prefix is a letter or a group of letters attached to the beginning of a base word that partly indicates its meaning. We have covered the three common prefixes: dis, mis, in or in. In today's video, I would like to talk about suffixes. If you have been enjoying our videos and would like to be kept updated with the new releases, do like and subscribe below. Like a prefix, a suffix is also a letter or a group of letters that can change the meaning of the base word. However, instead of the front, it is added to the back of the base word to form a new word. For example, by adding the suffix full to the word use, we will form the word useful. Unlike prefixes, adding a suffix to a base word usually changes the form of the word. For example, use is a verb, whereas useful is an adjective. Today, I will cover three common suffixes that we may encounter in English paper. Number 1. M-E-N-T, ment. The definition of the suffix ment is the action of doing something, the result of an action, or the state of experiencing something. Adding this suffix usually changes a verb to a noun, and very commonly, since it shows the state of experiencing or feeling something, it forms nouns to do with feelings. For example, adding the suffix ment to the verb enjoy forms the word enjoyment. Enjoyment simply means the act of enjoying. Let's take a look at this particular example in editing. Since we know that after apostrophe s is a noun, we need to change amusing to a noun. The base form of the word amusing is amuse. To change the verb amuse to a noun, we add in the suffix ment to form the word amusement, which means the state of being amused. Other examples are commitment, encouragement, achievement, embarrassment, and excitement. Can you name other examples? If so, do comment below. Number 2. ABLE or IBLE, able or evil. The suffix able or evil tells us that we can do something like washable, or to have a particular quality or condition like comfortable. It is usually attached to a verb to form an adjective. For example, adding the suffix able to the verb enjoy forms the word enjoyable, which means something is capable of giving you pleasure or causing you to enjoy it. Similarly, by adding the suffix able to the verb access forms the word accessible, which means that a place is possible to be accessed. While many base words can take the suffix without changing its original spelling, there are also base words that require spelling changes in order for the suffix to be attached to it. Most words will drop the E at the end when able or evil is attached to it, like lovable and believable. However, words that end with CE or GE do not require us to drop the E before we add in the suffix able. For example, notice will become noticeable, while manage will become manageable. Other than that, note that verbs that end with a Y will require us to change the Y to an I before adding the suffix able. For example, deny becomes deniable and rely becomes reliable. Let's take a look at this example sentence in editing. Since the blank is after the words it is, we know that we can use a verb or an adjective. In this case, the clues buy a new one tells us that the blank should be to describe that a mobile phone can be replaced. Hence, we should use an adjective. Note that the verb replace adds in the CE. To form an adjective, we simply add the suffix able to form the word replaceable and not drop the E. Take a look at the words here. Can you change them into the correct adjectives by adding in the suffix able or evil? Number 3. ANCE or ENCE, ence. The suffixes ance and ence generally mean the action, state, or quality of doing something or of being something. We can add it behind a verb to form a noun. For example, adding the suffix ance to the word perform forms the noun performance. Adding the suffix ence to the word prefer forms the noun preference. We also drop the silent e behind the verb before adding in the suffix. For example, for the verb read, we will drop the e at the back and add ance to form the noun grievance. Note that the suffix can also be used to transform an adjective into a noun. These adjectives usually end with ant or ent. For adjectives ending with ant, we will drop the ant and add in the suffix anc to form the noun. For example, arrogant becomes arrogance and significant becomes significance. On top of that, for adjectives that end with ent, we will drop ent and add in the suffix ence to form a noun. For example, obedient becomes obedience and patient becomes patience. Let's take a look at the example vocabulary question here. Since we know that foolishness is a noun, we will eliminate option 1, that is an adjective, and option 2, that is a verb. Next, we look at the clue, did not know the serious consequences, which suggests that the boys lacked knowledge. Hence, ignorance will be a better option than childishness. From the above example, you can see that knowing suffixes can change word form can help you to eliminate answers when it comes to vocabulary MCQ and quotes. Additionally, knowing the common suffixes can help you with synthesis questions that require word transformation. There are many more prefixes and suffixes in the English language. It will be good for you to continue collecting more of them when you encounter such words in your English papers or assignments. I hope that you have enjoyed the past 2 videos, and I will see you again soon with more English tips. Happy learning!